we're gonna make another monster girl today. We're gonna pick from one item on the left side of the list and one item from the right side of the list, just randomly, to kind of give us a monster girl that we're gonna make. And it looks like I today have a magical girl plant monster, and I think that could be interesting. So let's jump into it. I think I'm gonna change our background to be just a little bit green because I just feel like that would be thematic. And decide what we're gonna sketch with. Alright, and I'll probably look up and see what kinds of plants are poisonous, because I think that we could add that to our design. So like obviously poison ivy or poison oak or something. I think Venus flytrap would be kind of, I mean, I don't think they're poisonous. Are they poisonous? No, they're not. That's what I thought. But I just think that everyone thinks carnivores plant when they see Venus flytraps, which kind of would add to our monster part of the design. So I think that would be fun. Maybe a pitcher plant. Every time I look up poisonous plants, foxgloves always come up. And I really like the way the foxgloves look. So, I mean, nightshade. So there are a few different plants that we could work with. But let's kind of maybe sketch out something, just start sketching, because we also have the magical girl element of things, and I feel like the silhouette of a magical girl, like for lack of a better word, like uniform, is pretty consistent, because you've got like the skirt, the fluffy skirt, usually it's pretty ruffly, and a top of some kind. And, you know, for shoes you could have like boots or heels or whatever you want to have. So let's think about the plant side a little bit, and how we want her to look. And I mean, it won't be like super plant-like, because I mean, she's still humanoid, but a little bit more plant-like than I normally would go. And I don't know what we'd do like for her hair, if maybe she's got like vines. Well, she has to have like plant hair. That just would make too much sense. And maybe she even has like a leaf mask, or she's got something kind of covering her face a little bit maybe. Or maybe she just has leaves, almost like scales. That could be kind of interesting. What kind of hair would she have? Or foliage for hair? I kind of feel like we should go with the kind of poison oak or poison ivy for the hair, because it looks like it has a bit more of like vines kind of going on with them, which would work for having hair. And I kind of really want to give her, because I think I'm going to make her green. That would just make sense. And I think it'd be really striking to have red eyes with the green skin that I'm probably going to give her. Okay, so I think that would make sense kind of for our vibe. I'm just gonna scooch it a little bit. Let's think about maybe a pose, and then we can think about an outfit. Alright, so this is basically the pose I think I'm gonna go for. So let's kind of add that skirt silhouette on here and kind of imagine what we could do. So, a lot of these that I'm seeing have like magical dresses have like corsets and bows and stuff. I feel like if we have like vines everywhere, that would be kind of adding to our planty theme. Having some of them be leafy, maybe putting like an open Venus flytrap here. I don't know if that will come across. And then maybe even having some dangle off the skirt. Let's see, what were some of those other plants? Got maybe some nightshade berries, and the flowers kind of dangle like this, it looks like. Oh, hold on, what if the skirt is like a big nightshade flower, and then she could like wear the berries around her neck like a necklace maybe? Let's see, let me turn her sketch down just a little bit so that we can see our other sketch on there. Oh, we also had foxgloves as an option. I think there are actually a number of really pretty flowers that are actually poisonous, but the foxgloves have like those spots on them. Maybe we kind of give her some spots, and then absolutely maybe like her kind of ballerina-y shoes, we give those vines again. Would it be fun if I gave her like hiking boots instead of, I don't know, because I feel like a lot of these plants you would find while you were like hiking, like the poison ivy and the poison oak. I don't know, that's something to consider. Maybe giving her hiking boots, but cute them up magical girl style. And then the other thing is, do we give her like a magical girl like weapon or staff or something? I kind of feel like, and I don't know if this would come across as fun or interesting or if it would come across at all, but what if we gave her like a little tool belt and she has like a pair of gardener clippers, pruning shears kind of, but magical girl cute somehow. I'm just gonna throw that on here and we'll think about how that would sit on her belt later. So let's see, maybe make it really look like a heart or something. I don't think that you can even tell what I just sketched there, but hopefully I'll remember. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up, make it more readable, because right now it's a bit of a chaotic mess. Alright, so here we are after cleaning it up a little bit, and I feel like the coloring for this is going to be pretty straightforward. Yeah. So I'm gonna, probably on a different layer, not the liner layer, start putting some color on here. And I feel like we're totally gonna want to do some gradients with this. I did decide to give her kind of hiking boots. They're not exactly perfect, but I thought that it would just kind of be kind of fun since we've got so much poison ivy and stuff in our design. I don't know, I just thought it would kind of be a bit thematic. Alright, I think I'm gonna go over all of the leaves and stuff we put in last, because then I can just like go over everything and not have to try and avoid them. So let's do the skirt next, and Nightshade is like a pretty purple, which I think will look nice with this. So, and I actually might make it a little darker than I think it really is. Alright, and then our Venus flytrap, just be green. And I kind of want to take this green and bring it down into our dress a little too. Her hair, let's do kind of a slightly more muted, cooler green, I'm thinking, for her hair to add a little bit of contrast to what we've got already. And I'm going to go on a layer underneath that. And I want to add some darker bits to these leaves too, to add a little bit of depth there. I'll probably go in a few times. And then just like on a layer above, I'm gonna fill in all of like the vines and the leaves and get that all squared away. And these nightshade berries are really, really dark in color, like a dark purpley bluish kind of a color. And I did put some in her hair too. And also her necklace has the berries on it. And then I haven't done her shoes at all. I don't really know what to do with her shoes, because I don't want to make them brown, I don't think, because nothing on her is really all like brown. But I feel like making them a different color might be kind of strange. I don't know, maybe we try making them similar to the berry color, maybe. Like, I could see that working. Maybe they're a little too dark though, I say as I make them darker. Like, maybe we lighten them a touch. Okay, actually, I think that works. It kind of takes away the hiking boot-ness. What am I saying? It takes away the hiking boot-ness of them, but I still think they're pretty cute. Oh, and her little, like, gardening cheer things. I thought it'd be kind of interesting if they were, like, golden. But I think I'm gonna undo this once I get all the color down. I think I'm gonna desaturate it. And then what color should the handle be? Probably purple. Since we have so much purple in here, I think that would just match. And then let's add a little bit more to her skin, because we still have like her eyes and like, because I already kind of put blush in there, but oh, the spots is what I was gonna say, the eyes and the spots that we kind of want to work with. And I did want to give her red eyes. I just thought it would look nice with all the green. I feel like the skirt needs more, so I'm going to add more. I do like that, just a little bit more color. And then, let's see, let's kind of merge everything together, all of our layers. And I am gonna go through and probably just like clean up some of these edges just a little bit. Actually, hold on. I forgot. I was gonna try and play around with the line art a little bit. So I was going to probably make it green, just like a really dark green, maybe darker than that. Did I just make it black again? I did. I just made it black again. Okay, let's pick a dark green from there and do that. And then I was gonna go in and just kind of color it just a little bit, maybe on a clipping mask so that I can lighten what I do. Cause like on the, I want it to be a little bit more purple down here. And see if I do here, I'll put the black back on. So that's kind of what it looked like before. And that just, I think, softens it up. I mean, I could darken it just even a little bit more than that. Okay, then I'm gonna merge everything together and clean up the edges just a touch. My Apple Pencil just said that it was a low battery, so we have to wrap this up. I think I'm going to stop here with our plant monster magical girl. I kind of like what we did. The color palette I feel like was really easy for this one because we already had like plants established and they already have their colors, so it just kind of came together really easy. I've been playing around with being a little bit more loose and messy with my coloring and my sketching. I've just been trying new things really, and I don't know, I've been liking it lately because it just feels a little bit more free. And a lot of artists that I follow and really like have looser, chunkier coloring and rendering, and I really have liked that lately. So I'm just trying to implement it into my own stuff and figuring out how to do that. But yes, so this is our little plant magical girl. I really like her skirt. I like the idea of the nightshade coming out, and then we just like draped a bunch of plants on her. That was fun. But I think that's everything for today, and I will see you next week.